I really want you to let this reality sink in for a second. Roman Reigns left destroyed. The tribal chief, the man who has commanded absolute reverence for years, walked into that arena fully expecting his usual tribute, right? He expected the fear, he expected the respect, but instead, he leaves the arena embarrassed, completely decimated, and brutally betrayed by Jacob Fatu. What went down didn't just surprise the audience, it shocked the core foundation of the entire WWE Universe. Okay, let's dive into this, starting with the return of the tribal chiefs. So, to see exactly how this disaster unfolded, we just have to rewind a bit to Roman entering the arena, opening Raw with the Usos. He marches down the ramp with that undeniable aura, demanding his customary acknowledgement. But you could feel it, couldn't you? The atmosphere in that room was shifting. On one side, you've got Roman aggressively demanding respect, but on the other side, the crowd is pulling away. The fans just weren't fully behind him anymore. That aura of absolute invincibility was definitely starting to crack. Sensing this, Roman calls out Jacob Fatu directly with a heavy warning about consequences. And for one terrifying moment, absolute dead silence filled the entire arena. Then suddenly, boom! The silence was instantly shattered. The energy in that building snapped like a dry branch as Jacob Fatu bypassed the ramp entirely and stormed the ring like a monster unleashed. The crowd didn't just cheer, they completely lost their minds. The sheer explosive volume of the arena reacting to this sudden, terrifying ambush was just deafening. Which brings us to the total chaos that erupted next. When we talk about making a statement, this is the textbook definition. Fatu didn't pick up a microphone. He didn't hesitate for even a fraction of a second. He didn't say a single word. It was just rapid-fire destruction. Beat 1, boom, a lightning-fast super kick right to the jaw of Jimmy Uso. He's down. Beat 2, before anyone can even process it, a massive, crushing Samoan drop flattening Jey Uso right into the mat. And then, the ultimate climax, Beat 3. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief himself, gets grabbed and sent flying with a monstrous spear, completely crashing through the barricade, splintering wood and steel everywhere. The commentators were screaming their lungs out, and fans were literally standing on their chairs in pure disbelief. And here is the absolutely crucial point in all of this. Security was completely powerless. A swarm of personnel rushed down the ramp, desperately trying to flood the ring and stop this rampage. But they might as well have been invisible. They couldn't lay a single finger on him. Fatu just brushed them off like they were nothing, cementing his complete physical dominance over the entire situation. And then, the dust settles. Fatu slowly walks over, looks directly into the lens of the hard camera with eyes just full of pure fire, and shouts, "The bloodline belongs to me now." I just want you to sit with that quote for a second. The sheer magnitude of those words. That terrifying declaration wasn't just a challenge, it was a hostile takeover. That single moment may have completely changed the landscape of WWE forever. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the complete panic it set off backstage. The visceral aftermath completely rattled the foundation behind the scenes. It was pure chaos. WWE officials were genuinely shocked by the ferocity of the attack. But perhaps the most telling detail of the whole shebang? Paul Heyman, the wise man. Reports say he was seen watching the monitors looking absolutely terrified. Not surprised, terrified. He watched Roman look completely powerless. And naturally, social media instantly exploded, turning this into a global trending phenomenon in a matter of seconds. Just look at the gravity of this fan reaction right here. Better than WrestleMania. I mean, wow. That is the highest possible praise a WWE segment can get. WrestleMania is the absolute pinnacle. And for fans to instantly elevate a Monday Night Raw moment to that exact same tier, that proves the incredible gravity and the insane hype of this explosive storyline shift. The consensus on the ground is totally undeniable. Fans are universally calling it the craziest Raw moment of the year. But more importantly, they're calling it Roman's biggest humiliation ever. And honestly, they hit the nail right on the head. In his entire historic run, Roman Reigns has never, ever been subjected to this level of unchecked humiliation. He has never looked this exposed or this entirely powerless. So, that paves the highly personal road to Clash in Italy. So where do we actually go from here? What was already a massive premium live event has just become incredibly dangerously personal. The stakes aren't just about championships anymore. It's about blood and survival. This brings us to the ultimate dilemma for the WWE Universe. We've got two distinct paths forward. On one side, total revenge. Does Roman tap into a much darker, vicious side and completely destroy Fatu to reclaim his throne? Or, on the other side, is this truly the end of an era? Has his reign actually, truly come to an end? Which leaves us staring down the barrel of a massive cliffhanger. Is this the end of the Tribal Chief era? Has the head of the table finally been forcibly removed from his seat? One thing is absolutely certain. WWE just ignited its next mega storyline, and the entire wrestling world is holding its breath. So I'm turning this over to you all. Should Jacob Fatu become the new leader of the Bloodline? Has he earned the right to rule, or is this just the beginning of a legendary war? We want to hear your take on this, so debate it and get your thoughts together. And hey, if you want to stay on top of the absolute best breakdowns of breaking WWE drama, keep it locked right here on The Explainer. Because, as we saw last night, this story is incredibly far from over. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one.